AP Psychology and AP Stats students. You know, next week is, for most of you who are taking the first exam date, next week's a big week and you've worked really hard. And so I just want to give you a couple last minute, last minute pointers, and also go over, make sure that anybody who can finish Unit 10 finishes Unit 10 before your AP test. If you don't finish Unit 10 before you take the AP exam, then we're not going to work on multiple choice and free response questions for Unit 10. We'll look at one of the selective units. So anybody who is taking the test next week can finish Unit 10 over this weekend and into early next week. AP Psychology is earlier in the week than AP Stats. So first, this is a weekend to stay calm. I brought this picture up here. My AP Psychology students it'll be a good review, right, of the parts of the brain, but I want you to think about the carotid artery is down here, and the arteries are where the blood flows up into the brain. And when the blood flows up into your brain, it goes to all of these emotional centers first, right? The amygdala has to deal with fear, and what you can see is that as the blood's coming up, if you are not in a kind of calmer state, this area of your brain is going to take a lot of the blood, and it's not going to get to pass through to this frontal lobe area where a lot of your thinking is going on, right? Or your occipital lobe where you're seeing things, and then the brain is processing to remember. So this weekend, my basketball coach always used to say, practice while you sleep. And he used to tell me to sleep with a basketball. And they've actually done quite a bit of research with golfers and tennis players to show that when they practice in their mind, it's equally effective as physically practicing. I mean, once your muscle, the cerebellum here is the little brain, right? And it controls your muscle movements when they're very well practiced. So for golfers and tennis players and baseball players and basketball players, this part is really controlling their muscle movements, and they can kind of go through a full game in their mind, and it's very effective. So what are you doing this weekend? You're going to think about how you're in the testing situation and you come to something you don't know, and instead of panicking and turning on, right, this middle section of your brain and stopping the blood from flowing to the outside, you're going to say, no, I don't need to panic. I don't have to know all of this stuff. And you just practice that, and you practice taking those 3 deep breaths and saying, I can do this, right? And you can. And so all of you know it well enough, even if you haven't finished the whole course. I know some of you are through Unit 7 or Unit 8, but you don't have to know everything to get a 3. And if you've gone through everything and you're looking for a 4 or 5, you'll be there as long as you go through the test looking for what you do know. All right, so that's my little spiel on being calm. Next, what should you do this weekend? It's okay to practice. It's okay to work on units, but what you don't want to do is be so tired because you're trying to wrap up the units you're not done with, right? So remember we talked about distributed practice. So do a little bit, go for walks. Those of you in AP Psychology, you saw how much walking helps you think. Go for walks, eat well, sleep well. Don't plan on going out tonight, Saturday night, Sunday night. Don't stay up late. Sleep this weekend. Be your best self. Don't let yourself how many times do we self-sabotage and we say, oh, I didn't do well because I went out Saturday night, or I didn't get enough sleep and I didn't do well. Don't put yourself in that situation. Sleep this weekend, eat well, get some exercise, work, but don't work so that you enter that test in a panic situation. Be calm. All right, that's that part. Close that tab. Not all of these tabs are for you guys, but some of them are. I want to look real quick. Both AP Stats and AP Psychology have a Unit 10 that's a review or practice. No matter where you're at, you can go work on this, right? There's some different things going on. This formula sheet, you don't need to have it for AP Stats. They'll give it to you on the test day. So there's all these resources. The one assignment that you need to do, because we've been doing cumulative review, is you need to do the one college prep or the one college board exam. AP Stats is 2019. So when you're on the course page, you're going to see the multiple choice, which you know grades it for you. And you're also going to see the international practice exam, the frequent response questions. And this time I set this up differently because I have it set so that you can score your own work. All right, so when you finish taking this, you don't have to wait for me to help you score it. You score it and I double check it. All right, so that's there for you. For AP Psychology students, I'm going to go back to the course page briefly. Nope, this one. Nope, sorry, gotta go there. Was grading some stuff, as you can see. So here we go down, close all these other units up. Test preparation. You guys do need to do one assignment before you take the test. Is I give you the review and you need to use it. There's also optional test prep books, and there's all the old free response questions. So then you'll go take the 2018. You'll see I have more up there, so you can do 2018 and 2019, but you just need to do one. So when you're on here, I have quite a bit of stuff posted because people wanted extra. So you need to do this 2018, and you need to do the frequent response. Again, you can score it yourself and I can check it. If you want more tests, this is an if. There's 2019, and I put up the extra 2017 if you want to watch, if you want more questions. I'm not saying you need to do all of those. All right, but do close Unit 10 so that unit's done. Let's say there's quite a few working on Unit 8, so stop what you're doing on Unit 8 or Unit 9, take the test, and then you finish Unit 10. If you're taking, there is a later test date in May, so most people are taking it this first week in May. There's a later testing date here in May, and if you're taking it during that test date, then I'm going to give you the same message on May 13th. All right, write me if you have questions, and I'll be thinking of you guys next week. I'm really excited for you.